Throughout the years, Nintendo has gone through many different controllers. From Microsoft having similar controllers for each console, and Sony are basically reusing every single controller for every single console they create. Nintendo is different. They use new controllers for each of their new consoles. Doesn't that just make everything easier? Unfortunately, I don't have all of Nintendo's controllers. So to make things easier, let's start with the GameCube. Where do I even begin at the GameCube controller? With its extremely clicky joystick and the triggers that are pressured, you push them down and that inputs into your game, and you can push it down even more, and that gives you the strength of the thing. Now the buttons may seem really weird because you got B here, A here, Y and X there. It's all over the place. But once you really, really grip your hands into this, it feels so great. The A button's right here because that's where your thumb is. That's your main button. You can quickly switch to B. Y and X orbit around you so you can quickly go towards it. And this thing really reminds me of a banana. Just look at it. That's such a banana. Man, oh man, nothing feels better in my hands quite like the Wii Remote. This bad boy has motion controls from the year 2007. There's so many possibilities with this. You can play it like this. You can play it on the side. And now with the nunchuck attachment, you now have a joystick and two buttons. A C and a Z. That's in the alphabet! You'll mainly use the nunchuck for hardcore games like Mario Galaxy, Zelda Skyward Sword, and a stupid Call of Duty stuff I really do not care about at all. Oh no. Do you hear that? It's not copyright strike music. BAM! Wii U gamepad. What the heck is this? Hi me! You can see me! Look at that! It's green! The main problem with this one is the glossy paint. You can look at those fingerprints. Look at all that. This is a really traditional controller, as in everything's here. D-pad, the 4 buttons, 2 joysticks, home button, and a TV button if you want to watch TV and play games, like the couch potato. I do that. Power button, which turns it on. Mine has a horrible 5-minute battery life because mine's really old. You can see my ceiling fan. My stylus got messed up because I stuck it in something. And it was a piece of plastic that we had to do in, and the only way to get it out was we had to tear it in half. And that really messed up the stylus. So, put F in the chat for Mr. Stylus Man. Wait a second. What's that do? Hey, who turned out the lights? Wait a second. Behold, the Afterglow Nintendo Switch Pro controller. I call this the virtual player. I mainly use this for the virtual console games. It says this is probably not made by Nintendo at all, so moving on. Look, now it's purple. How would I do that? How would I do that? Whoa, now it's a different color. Oh, that's scary. Okay, let's move on, please. So, after all that, I guess now that just brings us to... I know I said I love the Wii controller, but the Switch Joy-Con grip is my way to have fun. Look at those flashy lights, this awesome skin that I put on it with Super Mario. Got Mario Super Mario. Really default controller. I love it so much. Let's move on to the Pro controller now, because I know people want to see that. I prefer this though. Moving on. Look at this meaty guy. Looks exactly like an Xbox controller, but it's not. It's a Nintendo Switch controller. The problem with this are the sticks. They get so much junk in it. You can see the inside. That kind of bothers me. You can see the code where the green stuff is inside of it. But yeah, people prefer this so much over the Switch controller. You also have flashy lights. However, this is more entertaining. The problem with the Joy-Cons is that everyone knows about this though, but I'm just going to say it again. There's a hardware failure, of stuff getting inside the joysticks, making the input think you're moving the joysticks when you're not. It's called Joy-Con drift. It's stupid. It's terrible. I hate it. So those are all of Nintendo's controllers. Pretty unique compared to Sony and Microsoft, right? Yeah.